Hello, I hope you're doing well. Today I want to chat about spring knitting plans. I am so happy to be seeing the back of winter. I can't even begin to tell you. And I always love planning for the season ahead, but this particular season I've been putting in a lot more thought than usual because I'm actually going to be traveling all spring. And so I really need to plan on my projects in advance so I know what to pack with me. And at first I thought, you know what, I'm going to go easy on myself. I've got loads of works in progress on at the moment and I'd really like to give myself some time to actually finish them all before moving on to something new. But the more I was thinking about it, the more ideas just kept popping into my brain. So I don't think I've gone overboard with how many plans I have for the spring. It's definitely less than it has been the past few seasons, but I've still got some really exciting ideas that I want to share. Also, I just went to the hairdresser yesterday and I'm really not sure how I feel about this haircut. I have been struggling to find the right haircut for my hair type because my hair is really fine, but it's also very curly or very wavy. And so if it gets long, the waves look bad. If it's not layered, the waves look bad. But now it's short and the right amount of layers for my waves to form, I just think I give Cocker Spaniel. Maybe the layers at the top need to be shorter. Maybe I need to have a full proper shag haircut. I don't know. I did put in some hair feather extensions though. I don't know if you'll be able to see, they're very subtle, but this is my one singular trend prediction for spring and summer 2026. I think these hair feathers are going to be in. I got this because I've been so inspired by Alyssa Liu's hair and the whole sort of raccoon hair dye trend, but again, I don't think that's going to work with my waves. So this is just my very easy, cheap, low maintenance version of doing that to my hair. But onto the project ideas. The first thing that I want to make this spring is the famous Loopy Studio stripe cardigan. This is a free pattern and it's aimed at using up all your yarn scraps. Now I've been already saving up all my yarn scraps to go towards this massive multicolored excavation blanket that I'm knitting, but over the past 6 months I've only been knitting neutral projects, and seeing my pile of white and grey and brown yarn scraps increase made me realise that they won't really work with how multicolored my scrap yarn blanket is already, and I quite like how they look all together on their own. These are all the yarn scraps that I have saved up so far. They're mainly wools that I've used for my winter sweaters, but I also will have scraps left over from the 5 whips that I have that all are in a similar colour palette that I can add to this bag. So I want to collect a million shades of beige, brown, white and grey and make my version of the Loopy Studios cardigan with that. I think the pattern recommends roughly DK weight yarn, which is what I have the most of, and I'm sure that I can squeeze in a few stripes of worsted weight and double up on my fingering weight so that it can all go into this one project. I also have a really nice, big, beautiful button collection that I've never used. And this would be the perfect project, I think, to use it on. I love the look of knitted projects where all of the buttons are different and just totally mismatched. And I have enough cool buttons that I can pull that off. And they're in the exact same color palette as well. They're all nice grays and silvers and purples and blues. And I've seen a few people already make their versions of the Loopy Studio cardigan, and every single version that I've seen I think looks gorgeous, and I want one. I'm jealous and I want one of my own, and I couldn't think of a more perfect way to be using up my yarn scraps. My second knitting plan for spring is a really exciting one for me. If you've been following my channel or my Instagram since November or December, you'll have seen that I have knitted a few versions of a one shoulder asymmetric hem top, and I have now written a pattern for it, and I just want to knit one final version before I try and find some testers to make it to. This is version 2 of the top that I am now calling the Quartz asymmetric hem top, and I'm going to just make a few tiny tweaks to this. I'm going to make the bust a little bit more negative ease because it still is just feeling a little bit loose, and I'm going to make the body shorter because I don't think proportionally this is exactly where I want it to be, and I want it to look really good for the sample photos. And for my yarn for making this, I'm actually going to frog version 1 of this top. So the yarn I use for this is from Rico. It's got a long name. I think it's Metallize DK Fashion Cotton. Those 4 words arranged in some order. I don't know if that's the right one. And this is in the shade Zinc. So this is a DK weight cotton and acrylic blend in this gorgeous sort of silvery colour. It's got specks of silver thread running through it. and version 1 did not turn out very well at all. I'm never going to wear this, and I want to repurpose this yarn into something beautiful. And as it is already like the shape of this top, I can't imagine using this yarn for anything else. So this is not going to go to waste at all. I'm going to tear this down and build a better version from it. And hopefully I will be able to look for testers for this, maybe in April time, depending on how fast I can knit this. And I can look at releasing this in the summer. My third plan is to make the Mew top by Unigel. This is actually a top that's very similar in cut to what I'm wearing now. The top has a wide slash neck, so it can fall off one shoulder like this, and then it goes into quite a thick panel of ribbing at the waist to really cinch in that area. I've been sent some really beautiful yarns over the winter, and I think one of them is going to be a perfect fit for this. I still haven't decided between these two yarns which one I want to use yet. This is Nile Yarns Luxury Egyptian Cotton in the shade Cannoli Cream. This is 100% mercerized cotton, and this is Chemist Free's Eden Cotton. This is a thick and thin yarn, and this is in a really nice dark brown colour. The thing is that both of these are DK weight and the pattern is sport weight. I haven't swatched either of these up yet, so I don't know if they're like a heavy DK or a light DK. I think if either of them are a light DK, I could probably get away with it in this pattern. I think I'm swaying towards making it in this chocolate colour though, because I think this would be a perfect shade for an evening top, and I think I would be able to style it really easily because I could wear it with my white midi skirt, white maxi skirt, white linen trousers, even I think some blue denim jeans would go really well with this shade of brown. Whereas I think if I were to make a top in this cream colour, it would pair better with blue denim, grey and khaki. So maybe this is a bit more suited to like a casual daytime top. The rest of my plans are all self-drafting ideas. I feel like I've gotten so much more confidence since being able to pull off that one shoulder top. And now that I understand how garments are constructed, I just want to keep doing it. So I actually had 3 self-drafting ideas on this list, and I placed a hobby order more than 2 weeks ago now to get the yarns for these projects, and it still hasn't arrived. It was meant to be here last week, but it's not going to get here in time before I fly. I think I'm going to be able to attempt at least one of my self-drafting ideas, so I think I'm going to focus on this one. I really want to try and knit a version of this tank top. I have a few tank tops like this. I love how they look. They have like a fake second layer sewn into the neckline here, so it looks like you're wearing 2 cami tops. I think this was a fashion trend in the early 2000s, and with like the whole Y2K thing, it's coming back, but I wear a lot of very basic plain clothes, so anything that has like a minor detail like this that zhuzhes up a basic just a tiny bit is my cup of tea completely. And I think it would be really fun to try and knit a version of this. So initially, I bought some yarn from Hobby with that in mind, but now that it hasn't arrived, I have gone into my stash and I have 2 more options for the yarns. Ideally, I'd like to knit this in fingering weight yarn, and I'd ordered a bunch of black Hobby Seashell, which is a cotton linen bamboo blend to do so, but failing that, I do have some white Hobby Seashell left over. I have this one bowl, and I have a filet crochet top that I never ever wear that I made out of this last year that I would be happy to frog and see the yarn go to a better project. And then I think for the contrast colour for the second straps, I would need so little yarn that I can either find something amongst my scraps that would work for it, or maybe I can just pick up some yarn wherever I am. And I think that this could be something that I could actually wear while I'm away traveling too. I'm going to Southeast Asia. I'm going to spend, I think, my first month in Bali, and it's very hot there. It's not like knitted clothing appropriate, but I think I could cope with the feeling of a fingering weight cotton knit. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words. I do have another yarn here that I'm going to take away with me just in case, I don't know, like my plans change. Maybe I want to knit this double layer top in DK weight yarn, or maybe if I don't hit gauge with the Mew top, I can use this. This is some Hobby Friends cotton silk in black, and this is meant to be a DK weight, but it's a very light DK weight. I think it probably could meet sport weight gauge. And so I'm bringing this with me just in case. I think that the Mew top would also look really good in black. I think that the double layer tank could look really good in black. Also, if I knit that double layer top in this black, I wouldn't have to acquire any more yarn because I could knit the main body with this and then I could double up my seashell to do the second layer. It would end up being a bit of a thicker fabric, but it also would be a faster knit. So maybe it's all okay. Just so I don't forget, because I do like looking back at these videos for future reference, my other self-drafting plans that we're just gonna call stretch goals, or maybe like teasers into my summer knitting plans, are that I want to knit a top with a little keyhole detail. I have a really cool clasp closure that I think would sit really well on the collarbones, and then if I had like a little triangular cutout just above the chest and maybe like, I don't know, a little cap sleeve or something. I think that would look really good if I can pull off what I see in my head. That could also be another good use for this black yarn. I want to make a filet crochet wrap over skirt. Another thing in that hobby order was some lace weight cotton to do that, but as I won't have that yarn, I probably won't do that until the summer now. And I also saw this fast fashion top from I think Cider that was just a plain boat neck tank top in the front, but the back actually had this really long tie strap that you could use to really cinch in the waist of it. And again, I think it'd be really fun to try and recreate that with knit if possible. Do let me know how you feel about travel content. I will be going away for 3 whole months, so I'll definitely be filming while I'm there. But in the past, I've always felt like a little bit weird about vlogging while I'm on holiday. I think just because I don't really want to like shove it down your throat that I'm on holiday. I don't know, like I know I'm so lucky to be able to travel and for the amount of time that I do and as often as I do. And I just don't want anyone to feel like alienated or jealous in any way that they can't do that right now too. I don't know, I might be overthinking it. I think especially because I'm going to Bali and Bali is just full of these influencers flexing their aspirational lifestyles. I really don't want to become that. But yeah, let me know because I can totally pivot my content if seeing travel stuff isn't interesting to you. I am really excited to be back on a surfboard though. It's been a while. I'm scared I've forgotten everything. I hope you're having a great day. Hopefully next time I see you, I'll be in a completely different environment. Let me know what you're planning to knit this spring, and I'll see you soon. Bye.